do you do an Easter egg hunt with your kids? We love ours. However, when I was first working on creating this Easter tradition with our family, there were a few issues that I needed to think about. How do you make sure that even the smallest child has a chance to find Easter eggs without the older kids beating them to it? How do you help them to understand what they need to do? How do you avoid chocolate overload and the sugar high and crash that can accompany it? Is that even possible? How do you make it an event, rather than just 5 minutes in the garden if it doesn't rain? In this video, I'll explain the approach that we take to Easter egg hunts, and how I attempt to overcome these issues. If this sounds like the sort of content you'd be interested in, please hit that subscribe button and let's get started. I think my youngest was around 1.5 when we first properly introduced an Easter egg hunt. To make sure that he made the most of it, we did a little bit of preparation with him. Like most small children, he found the idea of grasping new concepts quite hard, so we played at Easter egg hunts before the day itself. For this, I showed him the plastic eggs which make up our Easter egg hunt, and we practiced putting them in different hiding places for each other to find, while that person counted to 10. We also tried putting them in a tough tray too, so that he got the idea of picking up the egg that he'd found and placing it into his Easter bag. When we first introduced him to the Easter egg hunt, it was also the first time that we had 2 children hunting, so I used a colour-coded approach with the eggs to make it as fair as possible. My eldest was issued with very clear instructions to not take any eggs that were not in his colours, and not to give away where his brother's eggs were. This did take a little bit of work, but worked far better because I knew that there were definitely eggs for my youngest to find. On Easter Sunday, at egg hunt time, my boys are given their Easter egg bags, and a clue about where to search first. My eldest can read, so for him I can prepare written clues. But for my youngest, picture clues definitely work best. Pre-readers like him feel like they're still involved in the hunt. The clue led to an area where the next plastic egg is hidden, so they do still have to hunt when they get there. Each plastic egg contains the next clue, a challenge, and a treat. This could be either a sweet or a small toy like a car or a bouncy ball or a pencil. I do this to try and avoid the chocolate overload thing, but yet still keep the hunt quite long. Challenges are normally physical, to keep them as active as possible during the hunt. This year I plan to use the Easter movement cards from our free printables pack. The link is in the description. This will involve some gross motor skills and some counting. Each activity card has a number written on it, so it will say things like do 5 bunny hops. At the end of our Easter egg hunt, once all the clues have been followed and all the challenges completed, there is a final large Easter egg for each child to find. After all that activity, it's also nice to settle down with some calm arts and crafts with a bit of an Easter theme. See our previous video for this, I'll link that in the description too. You can also try the activities in our free printable pack. Again, the link is in the description. I would also like to take this opportunity to mention the Curious Kids 101 shop. I have a range of Easter products available for purchase, alongside the usual learning packs and routine charts. So please head over there and check them out. The link is in the description. But what do you do if the weather is wet? Well, you can do an Easter egg hunt indoors, of course, but it's lacking something when you're not out in that spring sunshine. This is where I would suggest you have a go at our mini Easter egg hunt, 3D Shapes Garden. This is available for instant download in our shop. It's also great if you're still looking for a fun Easter basket filler and want an alternative to more chocolate. The garden design is appropriate size for hiding mini eggs in it, so a mini Easter egg hunt can easily take place. This is a brilliant alternative if your outdoor Easter egg hunt is ruined by the rain. This cute little mini Easter egg hunt also has a lot of learning involved. First, the pack needs to be created. You have to cut it out. Scissor skills practice is extremely beneficial for developing fine motor skills. as is the folding and the gluing involved in crafting the 3D shapes that make up this garden. You can name the shapes with your child and examine how many faces, vertices, edges each one has. If you're unsure about any of these terms, we also have a guide sheet included to help parents, but this is the same vocabulary that your child will start to use at school. One of the elements of this garden is to make the children start to use positional vocabulary as they talk about the garden and play with it. And talk about where the egg is hidden. Is it inside, underneath, on top of, behind? The set is also great for small world play. My children happily took many of their small toys into the garden and retold stories from books that involved an Easter egg hunt round a garden. So for a little bit of extra Easter fun, head over to our Etsy shop and purchase this. It was available for instant download, so you can have it today and get crafting. Ideal for slightly older children, or you can make it for your younger one to enjoy. So I hope that's inspired you of a few things that you could do with your children on Easter Day. Remember, you can also check out our Easter craft video and give you some extra ideas too. Happy Easter. Enjoy yourself with all that chocolate. Bye-bye.